Ready to Succeed, Season 2, Raid Shadow Legends. Summon events, they want them shards gone before the fusion event. I don't know if that's really the case, but we have Progressive Chance, which on this account is not really tempting at all. On the main account, it's mildly tempting because of Sun Wukong, but still, I know better, and I'm not going to flush all my shards down the toilet for something like that. We have the guaranteed Little Miss Annie, which it's, you know, I'm looking at this and I've done the videos of like my most wanted champs on each account, and there's quite a few of them in these in these progressives. And Little Miss Annie for 100. I mean, honestly, I don't know. You know, the timing is a little tough because of a fusion, and it's hard to accumulate 100 voids. But by the same token, considering that pity is 240, 100 is really not unreasonable. I mean, perhaps unreachable, unreachable for a lot of your like average free-to-play players. But because again, I think, let me just check real quick. RSL helper. In the life of this account, I've pulled, well, there's a few voids I've pulled that I think RSL helper wasn't working, but according to this, I don't know if that's correct. I don't know if that's correct. I was hoping it would tell me like a total of all the shards I've pulled, but none of these numbers seem to be a full total. I was interested if I've even pulled 100 void shards yet in the life of this account. So like 100 void shards free to play would be a tall order. But even so, considering that pity's what, 240 or something like that, it's really not that bad, I guess. This doesn't particularly do much for me. And then same for this. So it's a pretty easy pass on the free to play. Honestly, pretty easy pass on the main too. Progressive chances really just don't feel enticing to me. So we'll skip those and continue to get ready for the fusion. I reckon I'll probably do this Sand Devil. What was it? 4,000 points for one summon from the summon pool. I reckon we'll go for it. You know what I mean? I reckon we'll go for it. One of these days, we've got to get something good from a summon pool, theoretically. So we'll see. Maybe that's today, or like tomorrow, or whenever we get to do the summon. You know what I mean. Beyond that, real quick, we went on a fucking rampage last night in live arena. We lost our first fight, and then we put in some work. And what was really nice is we got that win back later. We matched with this dude like way later in the evening, and we got that win back. So that was pretty nice. But won quite a few fights I didn't expect us to win. I thought we were gonna have more trouble than that, but we went on an absolute rampage. We are closing in on silver, which is pretty cool. Started our climb on Doom Tower hard. And, oh, Siege is actually open today. The red dot means something today. Interesting. So, I guess we could jump into our fights real quick. This one could go a 6-star Ultimate Death Knight, huh? I don't know. Maybe we'll jump in and do this a little later. I don't know if I'm awake enough to give it any attention. And this seemed like some defenses I would need to give a little bit of attention to. So, what do we got? Shadowkin. Can we not? Oh, that's right. I just needed to drop down and pick up these extra stars, which should be more than easy enough to do. I was gonna be surprised if I was unable to 3-star Shadowkin. You can take your time. You just load whenever you feel like it. You know, you ain't gotta be. You know what I mean? It's almost Halloween. You ain't gotta be in a rush. It's fine. I kind of expected to one-shot these waves, honestly. In the lower stages. Can we get her out of here? Try maybe to not have to deal with this bull crap. This bull crap. Nope, I guess not. I mean, we'll get these stars. That'll be another faction crypt down. And we'll be one small step closer to Lydia. Lydia's going to be nice to have on the account. Whew. You ever have that thing where like you feel like you kind of need to yawn, but it feels like it's going to be weird potentially if you don't know what I'm talking about. It feels like the oxygen is missing where it's supposed to be going. And you feel like it feels like your lungs are not getting a full breath of air. Does that make sense? It's like right at the top of the breath, there's this moment of like, you feel like you got a good breath or you can't get the good breath and you have to do it again. Maybe, I don't know, maybe that's my dormant OCD. I've suspected a few times in my life that I might have at least some OCD tendencies with certain things that I'll do. And I feel like I've been able to keep it at bay. That might just be one of them. Maybe I've got a thing about a deep breath needing to feel a certain way sometimes. All right, so we've got food sitting. I've kind of just been letting my energy stack, either for the fusion or the sand devil thing. I mean, the thing is, Sand Devil's not a total waste, which is nice. You know what I mean? It is nice to be able to ascend my gear. I think it does make a difference, so. I reckon we'll do it today. Yeah, I think so. I guess we'll see how it goes, but there's some champs in that pool, some legendaries that if we pulled, it would be wild for the account. So I almost feel like we got to roll the dice. Okay, legendary book. I'll take it. Very good. Quite a few done. It's looking pretty good here. Dwarves, Bannerlords, Orcs, and then this whole left side. This whole left side is a problem, dude. Yeah. All right. It's coming along though. It's getting there. Keep forgetting to do this, but sometime soon we need to do another comparison to my old Free to Succeed for like how it was looking when we were at this episode. Because I'm curious. This account. So on this account, we put up. I don't know if I mentioned it in a video, but we've done 2 Hydra keys. We broke our personal best on hard, which was a little over 50 million, and then we put in 40 something million on normal. I put together a second team that like actually had some solid success. So we put up some pretty good points. On my main account, I'm sure I could re-gear But I would have expected to have had the roster depth and had them built well enough to at least be able to match the Hydra damage that I do on this account. I'm having a hard time even getting the top chest on hard on that account. It almost seems like that account's hard Hydra is so much more difficult than this account's hard Hydra. Like, it seems like it hits so much harder. It's very strange. But I've got like Venus and Cupidus and Krisk and like a lot of really good champs over there. And they just get wiped out at like 12 to 14 million. It is so bizarre to watch. And like my Venus has like over 80,000 HP and it's she might as well have 30,000. They touch her and she's ready to die. It's kind of aggravating, honestly, that account has so much more going on and this account can just throw up a key and auto on high. Like my bad runs on this account are now like in the low 40s. If I don't get 50 million, I'm not taking it. So I guess it's a testament to like the way that I guess the champs and stuff evolve as the game does. Because I'm missing a lot of like I went through and looked at my Hydra teams on this account versus the champs that I have on my main. I have almost no one in my main team on this account. And then I don't have Mikage. I don't have a lot of the stuff I'm using in Hydra on my main account. On my main account, I don't have a lot of the stuff that I'm using in Hydra on this account, which is interesting. So I'm gonna have to like, and I'm certain that if we do some re-gearing, like if I gear a team specifically for Hydra, we can put in some work. But it's just weird to me because I didn't build anybody really too specifically for Hydra on this account. You know what I mean? Like Thor is just built the way Thor is built. I think I put Heaven Cast on him, maybe for the sake of Hydra, but like beyond that, everybody's just kind of built to do the stuff that I'm gonna do with them anyway. Because that's kind of how I like to do things. And on the main account, it just ain't happening. Alright, GG. Get our dailies, we're good. Do we have anything interesting? Yeah, we're not gonna finish this. That's pretty aggravating. We'd get to here, so we would get neither of the piles. They so perfectly adjusted the wiggle room, which I'm absolutely convinced that they did. Which is kind of a dick move. It already sucks. Like why you gonna make it worse now? We're not getting anything too particularly interesting from here. I mean, really, hardly ever. We're at 9, but we only need 15 more of these to have 10. I would really like to have 10 for the next time they do a 2x mythical, so that we could just hit a mythical 10 pop. That would be pretty fun. Theoretically, it would be pretty fun. It would not be fun to hit 10 rares on a mythical 10 pop, but theoretically. Iron Twins, Force. We might be able to make a little bit more progress here. We've been putting together some teams that have been having some decent luck in here. Force might be tricky, though. Yeah, Force might be tricky for us. A lot of our champs and teams that do well in here are made up of like Magic and Void champs, I guess. I wish I could see what my teams were on the other affinities. That's my Void team. But again, Elva and Artak are pretty big pieces of my success on every affinity so far. This team still seems like it should do well. Maybe we need a little bit more support, but like... The ramp up in here is just crazy, man. A fight could start off looking so good and then fall apart real quick. It's tricky without a reviver. Because if we lose Rathalos, that's going to be real bad. If we lose Geo, it's pretty much over. Okay, well, we got that win. I don't know that we'll climb as high. We've got 15 clears on a couple of affinities, but Spirit, I think, is going to be a tricky one for us, which, again, seems weird because I think it was Spirit that was tricky. Because we have good magic champs for this. And I'm expecting that Force is going to be kind of a problem as well. It would have been so cool if he landed that defense down. I'd have been like, dang, that's cool. Man, the timing for that. Why has he not done the thing where he cleanses yet? Did he do it and I missed it? I swear he didn't do it that time, right? I'm not totally insane, am I? 80, 60, and 40. I don't think he did it a single time in that fight. Like, I'm wondering if it was just something I did. Reduce damage from HP burn. Buffs to your team. You can counter this turn meter fail by placing a decreased speed on them. It doesn't say anything about countering the cleanse thing that he's supposed to do, and he did do it one time in that fight. Which, like, I'm not complaining. But I'm curious about, like, if it's something I could try to make happen specifically. Maybe I'm also crazy and it did happen and I just didn't catch it. But anyway, I guess we'll get at it for today. We're gonna do a little siege. I think we will do the Sand Devil thing. Try to get a summon pull summon, and then the fusion ought to be starting in a couple of days, right? And it's Gretel, so we'll go for it. We'll see what we can make happen there. So that'll be it. Appreciate you guys watching. Hope you have a good one. Krispy Kreme. Later.